Hello, AFUHSD District staff, and welcome to another quick update from your friendly Ed Services Department. Today, we'd like to fill you in on some of the changes being made to our grading procedures in light of the recent school closures and our district's move to online teaching and learning. Like we did with the EOCA, multiple stakeholders, including site admin, district admin, and teachers, offered feedback and guidance in regards to semester grades and our overall grading practices. We took all of this invaluable input to create a plan that we believe honors our current reality, ensures student equity, and maintains high expectations. So the problem we set out to solve was, how can teachers confidently assign a student an overall semester grade given the shift in instruction and assessment throughout the entire fourth quarter? So when developing a plan to answer this question, we focused on a few essential components. First, the plan needed to be simple, easy to understand, and as a result, easy to communicate. Secondly, the plan needed to ensure that all students had an opportunity to succeed regardless of their circumstances at home. This aligns with the idea discussed in our last update around holding students harmless. And finally, the plan needed to honor the hard work and effort that both teachers and students were engaging in throughout our journey into distance learning. Our buildings might be closed, but our students are still in school, and we still hold them to the highest of expectations because that's what they deserve. So after all of that, what's the plan? Well, we're going to split it into two different components: what students need to do to earn a grade and how that grade is calculated. So in order to receive credit for the second semester of a course, students must do two things. First, they need to successfully complete the culminating activity. This means they must receive at least a minimal level of proficiency on the content covered in the project. For instance, this could be a 1 on a 4-point rubric or a 60% when using the 100-point scale. And secondly, they must answer the majority of the course's essential questions. Each teacher should be assigning daily essential questions as a means to track attendance and engagement. To receive credit for the class, not only must students complete the culminating activity, but they must also respond to more than 50% of these posted questions. So, if students satisfy these criteria, then they will receive a grade for the course, but there is one additional guideline. The final semester grade must be the same as or an improvement of the student's third quarter grade. That is, a student cannot receive a final grade that was less than what he or she had during the end of the third quarter. This aligns with the state superintendent's group recommendation to the Arizona State Board of Ed, where they called for an adoption of a better but not worse grading policy. However, if a student does not satisfy these criteria, that is, they don't successfully complete the culminating activity and/or they do not answer the majority of essential questions, then they may receive an incomplete as their final grade. However, they will have the opportunity to do makeup work to remove the incomplete during the summer or next fall. Before an incomplete is given, however, site admin will verify that the student has been able to connect to the internet and that any and all barriers to participation have been removed. Okay, but how about daily grading practices? Well, in his book, Transforming Classroom Grading, Robert Marzano says the most important purpose of a grade, as determined by multiple stakeholders, is to provide key feedback regarding student achievement. So teachers will do just that. Teams will continue to grade assignments, provide timely feedback, and maintain their grade books as they have been all year long. Teachers are encouraged to provide non-graded feedback for any formative checks and input grades for summative assignments, so students know exactly where they stand on the content that was covered. And remember, regardless of the outcome, we must still follow our new guidelines. Here's a quick example. After several weeks worth of online learning and assessing in an Algebra 1 course, Maisel brought her grade up from a C to a B. She will receive a B in the course for her second semester grade. Ollie, however, received a lower grade during quarter 4 and went from a C to a D. In this case, as long as Ollie successfully completed his culminating activity and answered at least 50% of the course's essential questions, he will end the course with a C, given that that was his quarter 3 grade. Before we go, here's a few quick notes to consider. If a student received an F during quarter 3, they must improve their grade during quarter 4 in order to pass the semester. Teachers, counselors, and administrators will immediately develop a senior quarter 3 failure list and reach out to each effective 12th grade student to notify them of their status and confirm how they can get to a passing grade and graduate. It's also important to note that AP, IB, and honor students must participate fully in distance learning to ensure continued success in these programs moving forward. Please relay this to your students and their parents or guardians. And lastly, we just wanted to note that a passing grade of a P may be used to address special situations. So in closing, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for your continued flexibility and perseverance during these times. As always, please reach out to your site admin with any questions regarding these changes. Additionally, you can also relay any questions or thoughts to the Ed Services Department at edservices@aguafria.org. And don't forget to take advantage of the information and resources posted on the COVID-19 section of our Curriculum Hub at hub.aguafria.org. Thank you and have a great day.